Medicine Digest. Now, if you had seen me Monday night, I was not a very happy camper. Well, I had a wonderful day Monday, skating outside, and a great day. Went to sleep, and then woke up with a terrible headache. Here, I used to call these the Mother Earth headaches when I was proxying for Mother Earth, but this time that wasn't the case. I was evolving, if you will, another chakra, another energy center, but it wasn't very integrated and not very grounded, and so I was getting this really intense pain here, and my neck got so stiff, and my wonderful husband James actually woke up and massaged my neck a little bit. So here I am, calling out for help, and you know what? Call out for help if you need to call for help. So I'm asking Archangel Raphael to help me, heal this and heal this pain. And I knew the pain wasn't really necessary, but I checked a lot of different components, including my brain lymphatics, and they were congested, and my neck was, out of alignment, and there was a lot of stuff going on. And so it took me a good 15, 20 minutes of trying to figure out what it is I can do to release the pain. I even took 3 milliliters of the Vital 360 CBD oil and a tincture from Energy Tools just to see if I can get the pain down, because I was like, I want to go to work tomorrow. I want to be bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, and I do not want to be in pain and not having to sleep. So luckily that did fade. But, sometimes when we evolve new aspects of ourselves and we have the increase of new energies, even light and information energies, not necessarily even entities, it can feel sometimes like we're being attacked, or it could feel, bad to our physical bodies. But sometimes our bodies just doesn't know how to ground and integrate that information. So just another reminder to say, hey, sometimes the physical body does have some issues when we hit those ascension events, and these new awarenesses are coming through. And the trend still is that we are almost converging with all of our other lives. There's so many people feeling other people's stuff, and that other person is themselves in another alternate universe. So last week I talked about the ASS, the alternate self syndrome. So that is still going on. What you can do, however, and see if this works for you, if you do divine muscle testing and see if you are being affected at all by your alternate selves, is to filter out all negativity and low vibrational symptoms from all versions of yourself aside from the one in the current lifetime. The other thing you can do, and this is kind of woo-woo scary, but you can also check to see if there are any other energetic copies of you, because folks that are consistently tired, get better, get worse, get better, get worse, and don't really seem to go anywhere or progress, sometimes have copies made of them by dark angels. And some of these dark angels are the lowest light scores I've ever seen. They were created dark. They weren't even fallen angels. So, we're talking about light score of 2 and 3, out of 100. So these copies you can, remove and pull your energy back, to you in this lifetime, so they're not going out to all these copies of you. Apparently you can have clones as well, but at this point, I joke about getting clones so I can do more stuff, and I thought, well, maybe I don't want to be cloned. You really don't want to be cloned. Probably not a healthy thing. So some of this information is written in Uwe, actually it's not his name is Uwe, but it's spelled U-W-E, Albrecht's book, Intuitive Healing, so you can check that out. I just bought it, so I'm excited to read his books, and hopefully we'll have him on a radio show in the near future. Another great spiritual teacher we can all learn from. This week the death toll continues. My medical friend Beth has told me she's had to write another 3 or however many death certificates. We've had sudden deaths in our area, snowmobile deaths, and just a lot of tragic deaths of young people that are not expected to die, so to speak. So this kind of trend keeps going on. It's fairly sudden, and it's really, really hard on people, getting them into that sadness and loss, and totally understandable that that's where they would be. So just to know that stuff like that is going on. We are really being called to pay attention. Pay attention, to be conscious of our lives. It's not time to just wing it anymore. Those of us in the know, of course, have a personal responsibility to model that for everyone else. If you're just trying to wing your life and there's nothing wrong with having fun, but not have having fun in a grounded, conscious way is very, very different from just, having a high. We talked about highs and addiction on the radio show on Monday, on the 20th, and there were so many different layers and so many different types of addictions that we dealt with, including, addiction to drama, addiction to stress, not just addiction to, drugs or alcohol, the things you think about, caffeine, that kind of thing. But every one of us has had some addiction at some point in our life, and we can even be addicted to good things like exercise or being perfect or whatever it is. So really recognizing this and going, wow, okay, well, this is something that it is our time to work on now. This is what is being called and these ascension energies, because things happen quickly now. So you might as well, work your life consciously. Why, suffer, right? If you don't have to. So it really makes a big difference when you can be consciously working on your things. So if you haven't watched or listened to the addiction show, go ahead and check out the replay. So if you're on my mailing list, and you got the announcement for the show, you will also have the replay. And also we'll post that link down below the video on YouTube in the comments as well, so you can check out that. Thank you, Jen, for my assistant, for doing that for me. So there were a lot of clearings that we did on the addiction call, and so even if you weren't there live, there's so many different layers that we worked on. Definitely some people had mentioned after the call that they had a little bit of detox symptoms, so just to let you know, some very powerful free clearing there for you, even if you weren't able to make it live. A reminder, next Tuesday, February 28th, is my self-hosted call about advanced entity clearing with association with From Heartache to Joy. So check out that. That's going to be about 90 minutes of content. We're going to do a new group live healing. I call it the mass clearing, and I'll talk to you more about it on the call. So if you check out that call, it's going to be 11 a.m. Eastern on Tuesday. And you will need to register for the new series, even though you are on the mailing list. Or if you are already on the mailing list From Heartache to Joy, there is a new Telesummit series starting this week, so you will need to re-register for that series. And we've made a pretty link for you, a couple of ones, but the pretty link is the easiest one to remember, is KarenCan.com/FH TJ, so From Heartache to Joy, so FHTJ, so KarenCan.com/From Heartache to Joy. So check out that. That is, will forward you to the new series, Series 14, From Heartache to Joy, and that way we'll make sure that you get all the bonuses and everything that you are guaranteed to get through their website. So again, if you are already on the mailing list From Heartache to Joy, you will need to re-register for that. And so you can get all the correct emails and everything like that to you, the call information, etc., etc. Okay, so make sure you re-register. So we'll put that link below as well, below this video on the YouTube page. Now, one of the things I wanted to talk to you about is there's many different reasons for, fatigue, and we talked a little bit about, cloning and, other copies of you, and you can bring all those back, and Ascension 1 and 2 have been updated so that it'll automatically, if it's for the highest good for you, it will automatically restore those energies back to you and erase the copies that no longer need to be there. But you can ask some energy siphoned another way. One of the ways is it'll suddenly feel like you're kind of sleeping. You can't keep your eyes open. And that occurs fairly suddenly. I call those energy suckers. Now, sometimes energy suckers are entities. Sometimes energy suckers are devices that suck energy from you. Now, if you're already a really high light score, it's unlikely that it's happening necessarily in those ways with your body in this lifetime. However, remember, if you're part of the alternate self syndrome, you could be feeling your alternate self having an energy sucker. So not even in this timeline. So if that happens, don't think automatically, oh my God, I have, an entity attached to me. Well, it may not be attached to you. Don't be fearful of that. But you may need to investigate who's you're feeling. Is it your stuff or somebody else's stuff? So yesterday I had something like this happen to me, and I thought, okay, what is going on? And it was actually, I'm trying to, muscle test, and it was later at night, so I guess I was more tired than earlier in the day, of course, but I just kept connecting to this really strong, what I called leading energy. It was an extraterrestrial leading energy, and it was siphoning off some energy, and it was actually siphoning off other ETs, but I was feeling their stuff for whatever reason. I was feeling their stuff. So we had to, I immediately, turned on Ascension 1 and started directing it to those extraterrestrials that were in trouble. And then I was able to, stop feeling their stuff so I could muscle test properly. So sometimes that stuff happens. And for those of us that are sensitive, even though I'm no longer an empath, sometimes we just need our help and tools. And I got to tell you, when I was on vacation, which was wonderful last week, I did not use my Ascension 1s and 2s as often as I do at home and at work, because I have those playing 24/7 at home and work. And so it was a really good reminder for me to do that. Same thing when I had the big headache. Wasn't integrating the new Ascension energies. I had not listened to my Ascension 2 for a couple of days, and just knowing that there are new Ascension energies coming in, we just have to, keep it up, just like brushing your teeth, washing your body, combing your hair. These are just everyday self-care activities. So I highly encourage you to use your Ascension 1 and 2 on a regular basis. I will start doing this on a regular basis again now that I'm back from vacation. And remember, next time I'm on vacation, do it every day. Because we don't want headaches like that anymore. But the Ascension 2s were very, very helpful for that. Now, next week, I'm super excited because I've been talking about this for weeks. Yvonne Perry and I are going to do a show together. She's going to be on my radio show live, yes, 3 p.m. on Monday, on the 27th, talking about walk-ins. So we're going to talk about soul mergers and walk-ins, and I've got a whole host of questions for her, and this is going to be a very popular call, I am sure. So if you want to have, speak with Yvonne, you definitely want to call in live, or you can even be on the chat and ask your question. It's going to be super, super fun and interesting, and I just can't wait. I'm so excited. So join us Monday for that radio show, and that link will be posted on my blog within the next few days or so, so you can check that out and bookmark that, or you can just go to the blogtalkradio.com/Dr. Karen, and just keep that bookmark, because that will show up the link that you can listen to it live or on the replay. So I'm really looking forward to that. And then the following week, we're going to be doing a LifeWave patching show on athletic performance. We haven't done anything on athletics recently, so I thought we would do something on patching protocols for our athletes. To get them optimally, stronger and more endurance. And these protocols, believe it or not, even if you're not an athlete but are suffering from low energy, you're sort of like an athlete. You're really healing like an athlete. So these protocols may be helpful for you too. So that's it for today's show. Again, remember to listen to this past week's show on addiction if you have not caught that yet. Remember to sign up for Series 14 From Heartache to Joy at KarenCan.com/FHTJ. And remember to join us for the radio shows. The next 2 Mondays is going to be a really, really fun show. And remember to use your Ascension 1s and 2s on a daily basis, pointing it to you, your targets, and anything else you want to heal. All right, I love you all. Have a wonderful rest of the week. Bye for now.